Hey guys, Corinne here. Welcome back to my channel. So as you may know, I think I mentioned that we recently moved. So we moved from a very small house to a very large house, and we have pretty much like no pictures at all anywhere in here. I think I have this like one wall calendar you can kind of see a little edge of, but I have no pictures of like the family, all of our trips to Alaska, traveling the country for 2 years. So I'm super excited to finally get them all printed and like put up and everything, right? But that comes with another problem, which is organizing your photos. So I love me some Google Photos. I use it to keep my photos organized, but there's one thing that is super annoying about Google Photos, which it will not show you when a photo is not in an album. So I like to take every single photo inside my Google Photos, and the reason why I like Google Photos is because I can sync it right with my phone. So anytime I take a picture or my husband takes a picture with his phone, it immediately comes into Google Photos. That actually then gives me a bunch of storage space on my phone instead of me always getting those like, you're out of storage space. If you lose your phone, you won't be able to save your pictures, right? So all the photos come in and it just sort of dumps into Google Photos, and it constantly, every single time you take a picture or you do a video like this one right now with my phone, it will upload into Google Photos, right? So from there, I like to take every photo and put it into an album so that way it always stays organized. However, the one flaw with Google Photos is that there's no like filter for not in an album. So trying to go through all these pictures and get them organized and put them in the right spot and everything else, you can then have like a nice collection of photos that you can go and print, or you could share an album with a friend. It makes it really difficult because of this one flaw. So today I'm going to show you my hack for how to sort through the ones that are not in an album. And then I'll show you at the end of how I can just delete all of the pictures from my cell phone, which saves me a ton of extra space. So I'm not using and paying for iCloud storage. It makes it so easy, so I never have to worry about if I'm gonna lose my photos, if I lost or damaged my phone. Okay, so I'm gonna flip it around and show you the behind the scenes in my Google Photos. Okay, so here's my Google Photos hack. Now, the problem with Google Photos, right? I love it. I love how it syncs every time I take a picture. Sorry, my rooster is crowing. So I love how it takes a picture and everything, and it backs up all of my photos, right? It's perfect because I share it with my video editor, and then they can get access to things right away, and everything just stays really organized and great. And also, in case I didn't mention this in the video, it saves all your storage space on your phone for the iCloud, because it will back up to Google Photos, and then you can delete it from your phone storage. Okay, but so like I was saying, the problem is that when you look at Google Photos like this, it's all basically in just chronological order. Okay, so when you take a picture, it gets thrown in here, and the newest is on the top, and then the older ones are down here on the bottom. Okay, so what I like to do is like to go through each picture, and I like to organize it so that I know and put it in its correct folder. So then I'm sharing it with like my video editor and everything else, and I have different folders for different things and everything. So, oh my gosh, of course he's gonna do this while I'm out here making a video. Okay, so what I do is I just open my Notes app, and I have this on my note, and I take a screenshot, okay? And then because I just took this, you'll see it come in here, and then this is kind of like my divider. So I know that any picture that shows up after this divider has not been organized yet. And then any picture that comes to that was before this divider, right, has been organized. And then if you are going through like your photos and all your backlog, and if you're doing this for the first time, then what you can do is you can do it twice basically. So you'll use them almost like bookends. So to move this one, we'll just go back to the note app and we'll take another one. Okay. All right. So let's say that I have all my photos organized until roughly like here, right? So you'll find the picture and you'll look at the time. So this one is April 5th, 2025, 3:03 p.m. So if I come back here and I change this one to edit, and then where am I going? Nope, not there. About, here it is. You can change the time right here. So it was April, gosh, I forgot it already. April 5th. And then you click here and you can change the time to 3. We'll say 20 is fine. 20 p.m. Okay, so now if we come back here, see how it moved? And now it's way down here. So I have one bookend here and one bookend here. You'll want to do like a bright color because then you'll be able to see it really quickly in between. Like I'm just screenshotting my note app, but you could easily just like do something in Canva or something. And there's the other one. So I know everything. See, I wanted it to come in here. So it was April 5th, 3:03 p.m. And what did I do? April 5th, 3:20 p.m. Oh, it's okay. So we need to make it. So we'll just do about. We needed to make it 3:04 p.m. All right, let's refresh it really fast. Geez, where did all these come in? Oh, 3:03, 3:03, 3:03, 3:03. What's this one? 3:03, 2:15. Oh, so it has to be earlier. So we'll put it at 3 o'clock. Okay. Sorry, this is the part where it gets a little confusing, where you'll have to to get it to be in the right spot for you. So we'll just make it 3 o'clock. And see, now it's here. So I know everything between this little one right here, okay, and this one here is organized, okay? Okay, so then you'll just keep going and working your way through. So as you keep organizing all these photos after the little bookend, right, all you'll keep doing is changing the time on this one. So it keeps moving further and further down, okay? And then as new pictures come in, once you get all your photos organized, as new pictures come in, you're basically just going to keep getting this one to be the very first photo, like the last photo in here, and you just keep moving it in. So, I'll just take a quick picture to kind of show what I'm talking about. I'm sitting here on the deck, as you can see. Okay, so now we'll come in. See how it's here? So all you're going to do is once you organize this picture of where it belongs, which album, you'll just come in here and you'll see it's 148, okay? So we'll make this one 149. And see how it's scooted over? And that's all you do. And then, or if you want to, you can just delete this one. Delete it and then go back to your note app and take another screenshot, and then it will do it for you. And then you'll always know which ones have been organized and which ones haven't. Okay, so when you're going through a bunch of old photos and you're trying to get everything organized from the past, I find it works better to do it on your computer. So I have my little divider here still, so I can see any new photos that come in up here. I need to put in its correct album, right? But how do you get through all of these ones down here, right? Because these ones, when you have a ton that you're working through, it can be hard to get them all put in the right spot on your phone. So what I like to do is I come and I click on it, and then you turn
Okay, so here's my Google Photos hack.
Now, you turn the little info on, and then when you put the info on, you can see that it's in in a folder, okay, or in an album. And then you're just gonna kind of keep clicking, and
Okay, so this is,
and you can keep seeing that these are all in an album, right? So you just keep going, yep, in an album, keep clicking, okay, this one's in an album, and you just keep clicking away until you find one that's not in an album, essentially. So here's one that's not in an album, okay? So I'm going to add it. And see, now it's there, so now I can keep going. This one's not in, so we'll add to album.
Flaw.
Here's another one. And this is probably like the part that stinks the most with Google Photos, is that they don't have an option for you to see all the photos not in an album, okay? Which is why I started this little, why I'm sharing this little hack of how to be able to filter which ones are in an album and which ones you still need to sort through. Okay, so all of these. I'm just waiting until I get to one. Okay, so I think we got all the way, so let me just find my little divider. Okay, so I just got through all of organizing only to May 9th. So I'm going to take this guy, right, and I'm going to do edit, and I'm just going to change this to May 9th, save, and see how it moved it up to here. So I know everything from here down, I still need to go through. This is like a backlog of all the images I have saved in here, but they're not necessarily in album, okay? And then everything above here, you find it, everything from here, this guy, all the way up, I have a lot of images just because we're doing a lot of content creation, to here is in a album, okay? And then any new images that come in the meantime, that I tag on my phone and get synced with Google Photos, they'll end up here. They'll be above this little divider. And then that's how I'll know which ones, right, I still need to go through. And then as these ones are sorted, like this one, okay, this one I'm going to put in my Time Will Tell album. Basically, I go through the album at the end of the year and I delete any ones I don't want. So now this one, the date was September 22nd at 5:52. So we're just going to change this one to the 22nd at 06 p.m. Save. Now again, if you're on your phone, you can just take the screenshot again. But then you'll move this one up. I always get this wrong, so it needs to be 05. Will that move it over? I always get this one wrong, so it's easier when you do this part on your phone, I feel like, because you just retake the screenshot of your image or of your like little divider. So 5 p.m. This one is 5:52 p.m. So this one has to be, I swear I just did this to 6 p.m. Here, we'll just make it easy and put this one today because I didn't take any pictures today. Okay, and now it's moved over. All right. So again, this part, I feel like on the everything before this divider is much easier to do on your cell phone. But the backlog, like all these other ones that are historical, like mine are going all the way back to 2015. Those ones are easy to do on the computer. Okay, so I hope that helps, and happy Google Photo organizing. So make sure you hit the bell or subscribe or, you know, all the things so you can be notified about my next video. I post tips and tricks for moms on how to simplify your home, your life, all the things. So when you get off work, you don't have to go to your second job, which is momming and running the household. I'll see you next time.